Hey gang. Hey gang, welcome to the first ever TurboTimes. Just shooting this one to get something out there. It's not perfect, as you can tell, but welcome to the show. Hopefully I'll start getting one of these done every single day. It may only be a couple of weeks, depends on how I feel, what else is going on in my life, but for now I'm getting this one started so we have something to go on, something to build on. The quality and everything else will get better over time. As you can tell right now, lighting is lousy. I don't have a microphone, but hey, got to start somewhere. So this is me starting. If this is your first time here, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Share it with your friends. All the cool YouTubers say smash the like button, so go ahead, smash the like button. It's that little thing down there in the bottom left-hand corner, I believe. Anyway, let's get started. Made myself some notes. It's only that many, so I'm just gonna talk about a couple of quick things. The first one is the reason for starting this channel is I believe that it's gotten to a point where it would be irresponsible for me if I didn't. And what do I mean by that? Well, this channel, we're specifically going to talk about blockchain technology and with a specificity on cryptocurrencies, because a lot of people think they're one and the same. While cryptocurrencies do use the blockchain technology, they're not the same. But we're going to focus on cryptocurrencies, of course, because that's what interests me the most, and I want to share it with you because of what is currently happening right now on this very day as we're speaking in the financial realm, that it's going to affect you, and quicker than you may believe. So I just want to get some information out there for you so that you can start doing your own research. With that being said, I'm not a financial advisor, so do your own research. Anything I discuss on this show when it comes to certain tokens or certain cryptocurrencies or anything like that, it's not financial advice. It's just me having done my homework, sharing my thoughts with you, so take it as such with a grain of salt. But that's it. The reason I'm starting this channel is because I believe in this space so much. How blockchain is going to transform the world. It already is. The need for it and its timeliness it's actually amazing. It's a really, really cool thing. But blockchain technology is what hosts cryptographic currencies, and over the course of the next couple weeks we'll really take a deep dive into both of those and try to separate them so that you do understand the difference. But we are going to mostly on this show talk about cryptocurrencies. When it comes to going over the daily charts and things like that, I'm not a trader, I'm not a price analyzer, and there's plenty of other YouTubers out there that do that. So if that's what you want, you're not going to get it here. What you are going to get here is just general economic information, why cryptocurrencies exist, what drove them to come into this world in the first place, and why they're so successful all over the globe. They're helping people come out of very bad financial hard times. That also has to do with the political processes going on in their country, both right here in America, but more so abroad in third world countries. It's truly lifting people up, and I'm going to explain to you how that's happening. And I'm also going to explain to you that the money that you have in your 401k right now, it's in jeopardy. If you don't do something about it, and quickly, and we'll define the word quickly, within the next year. It may not be tomorrow or next month, but it's happening right now. Last year, your dollar, if you have American dollars, lost close to 30% of its purchasing power. We printed in this country 35% of the total American dollars on planet Earth in a 6-month time frame. That's what inflation is doing. And to stop the inflationary effects of that, the only tool left in the basket is, you guessed it, print more money. As soon as Biden takes office, we're really going to print more money. And it will kick the can a little further down the road, but it's not going to stop the inevitable. The inevitable, I hate to tell you, is the dollar is crashing. Something has to replace it. Traditionally, it would be gold. But for some reason, people want to go with crypto. And I'm going to explain to you why right now it's a really great option. Secondly, well, I touched on that a little bit, blockchain versus crypto. So blockchain is the technology that hosts cryptocurrencies, but blockchain is not cryptocurrencies. Blockchain is a type of new technology, and if you were to try to understand it from the beginning, it would be easiest to say trying to understand what the internet is before the internet existed. Most of you watching this do remember a time when the internet didn't exist. You didn't have a pocket computer in your hand. You didn't have more computing power than was on the first spaceship in your hand. And so to try to explain that to you, and that it would all be connected through a worldwide web, it would be very difficult to explain to you. Blockchain technology is the same way. You will not understand it in a day of study, nor a month of study. They are now teaching classes on blockchain, not even really cryptocurrencies, but just blockchain at all the major Ivy League schools, because that's how much of an impact it has on today's world and how we do business when it comes to your private information, your medical records, what internet sites you choose to look at, where you travel, all those types of things. All of that data is right now being very centralized on servers at the big name players like ABC Corporation, a BBC Corporation, Amazon, Google. You've heard about some of these, Facebook, Twitter, things like that. All that information is being aggregated and sold to advertisers, not necessarily with your best interests in mind. Sometimes your best interests and the interest of making a profit do overlap, and because it's so easy for you to utilize all these big data collection points, you're probably doing that. Unbeknownst to you, you're also giving up your freedoms. And that's why it's called distributed ledger technology, utilizing the blockchain, is becoming so important. I'll also show you ways, technologies that exist right now already that you can use to start taking back control of your personal freedoms, and not giving your data to third parties that may or may not have your best interest in mind. And then lastly, the reason why I initially stated that it was becoming to a point I thought where it was irresponsible for me not to start this channel was because in my fall in love and trying to educate myself on cryptocurrencies, and the whole worldwide economic platform has crossed paths. It did so much earlier, I just wasn't aware, with the big political aspects of what's going on in the world, and specifically right here in this country, because America controls the political landscape, and they do that because we control all the money. So those two are very intertwined and interwoven. For the most part, on this channel, we're not going to talk about politics. As an aside, real quick, I traditionally have really enjoyed discussing politics. I've got my leanings. I'd love to share them with you, but I'm not going to on this channel. And all that being said, I turned off the news about September of last year completely, 100% off. No Facebook, no social media, no television, no radio. they've got no clue what's going on in the political landscape. When it comes to voting, I do enough homework to make an educated choice on who I should vote for, and that's the extent of it. But doing so has brought me tremendous pleasure. I figured, hey, if I'm not out there being a political activist and doing something about it, other than being a voter, then really what's the point in putting all this time, energy, effort into something that is just really an emotional roller coaster? So I just cut it out of my life until very recently. We're no surprise to hear what's going on with the transition of power in this country, America, with Biden and Trump, and actually how that ties directly into what's going on in the financial sector. Those two players, Biden and Trump, and all the support mechanisms that support them, are actively trying to manipulate the United States dollar as well as cryptocurrencies, mostly predominantly Bitcoin, but there's close to 8,000 other cryptocurrencies. You may have heard of some of them, Litecoin, XRP, there's a gajillion of them, and we'll get into some of those, but for now, we're just going to stick with the main ones, which are Bitcoin, Ethereum, and we'll just stick with those two for now, and then of course the US dollar, and how those three interplay with one another, and also with politics. That's it. That's today's video. Oh, and then also, actually, one more. For now, this channel will also be a consolidated place for me to talk about me. Because there's a lot of friends and family that want to know what the heck's going on with Jake, and I don't have the time to answer all the emails. As a matter of fact, I quit reading emails a long time ago. Really long time ago. And that's made me pretty happy too. I will answer texts, but sometimes I'm pretty slow on those. Apologies. Phone calls, same way. And I find myself telling the same story 5 and 10 times a day. So this channel, towards the end of each video, so that'll be starting now, I'll talk about me. So here we are at the end of this video, and what's going on with me? Well, I'm doing as well as I can be doing. I mean, you tell me, how do I look? Yeah, I've got a little bit of this going on. I haven't had a chance to do this for 20 years, so I'm doing that, enjoying it. I don't know if I really like it or not, but it is winter currently, and so there are some benefits to it. Don't know how long I'll keep it, but for now, it's pretty easy. So as far as my overall health goes, like anything else, it's cyclical, it goes up and down, and right now I'm doing pretty well. In the very near future, I plan to take a trip to Jerusalem. So if anybody has any thoughts or ideas about that for me, I will be going by myself. The reason for that is it's important for me to be able to make all the decisions regarding it. It's just something I want to do. How long I'll be over there, I don't know. But I will continue to shoot and upload these, hopefully every day, if not a handful of times a week. But for all of you that have supported me financially, emotionally, with prayer, everything like that, do keep sending the text messages and the phone calls, because they mean more to me than you can know. So thank you for that. Getting all teary, sorry. This is my first video, and like it, share it, tell your friends about it. By the way, my personal goal, and you and I, we're going to reach this goal, 100,000 subscribers by the end of this year, December 31st of 2021. Bitcoin will be 150,000 or more, and I will have 100,000 subscribers. That's all for today's edition of TurboTimes.